females, now it's a problem.
Correct.
There's no issue shaming men. We're shaming bro with sending, you know what I'm saying, explicit pics.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We have no problem with shaming, but it has to be the same, on the same playing field. Everybody
Correct.
be shamed accordingly. You can't less shame somebody else than you would shame this person. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Shame has to be done accordingly. Like, we all as a society have to agree upon, like, okay, if this act is shameful, then we all agree that if somebody does this, they will get shamed.
Correct.
That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Shout out to Dev in the building. I mentioned last episode. I don't know if you heard the story about. Do you remember the young lady that was essayed by the Duke lacrosse team some years back? Come to find out, she lied about the essay. So this is years of these kids' lives, these young men's lives that was destroyed, and carrying that reputation of people that was on that type of time. So obviously there was a shaming process that they had to go through, and probably was still going through up until the fact that she corrected the story. And even then, the shame is still on them, even though they did not do something.
That's why I
But
said,
but,
perfect example why when the shame is on women, it's passe, it's taboo. Oh, you can't do that. But when it's on men, it's no holds bar. You lose your life, you lose your credibility, you lose everything you got, and then years later down the line, we come to find out it was a tall tale. It's like, oh, my bad. But it's the damage has been irreparably
done.
done. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing you could do about it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can, I feel we could countersue or charge him with something for lying.
And that's what I made mention of the last show as well, where I had mentioned that a way to nip this in the bud when you talk about people that, this didn't turn out to be true. Now you have to face a repercussion, not just the shame, but you have to face a repercussion. But I'm focused on the shame for this particular episode because it just goes to show that we live in a society where shame, now when you're shaming somebody, even a man, like, even though we get shamed, it's an accepted shame. But even the man that's being shamed, he's going to have some sort of kickback to the shame as well. But it's an accepted shame.
When we
Your
say
point with the woman,
shame, we
not
mean by holding somebody accountable,
correct.
right? So sometimes by being held accountable, a person can feel shame because what they're being held accountable for makes them feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really holding you accountable. The problem is, it's never a problem when it's on a particular group of people. When it's on another group of people, it's always these asterisks and these conundrums and these little situations and innuendos that you can skirt tail out of. But when it's on another group, nah, it's only black and white. That's it. Oh, you was there, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the game now is it don't even make no sense because they pick and choose when they want to do shit.
And me personally, I'm not talking about the fact that people make a mistake. We all make mistakes. We all break the law every single day, but there's nobody shining the light on what we're doing, right? But we're talking about, well, I'm talking about laying in that. You defending the mistake. You have to be shamed for that. Shame is effective, so that way you have a better process on making better decisions moving forward. That this will not be tolerated. For men, like, we deal with it all the time. If if a man has himself together, he always have to have himself together. He cannot go through a period of not being able to produce in the real world, meaning doing something that's productive that will help him live his life, be able to pay his bills. Because if a man can't take care of his own, then he's not a man for real. If he can't feed himself for real, he's gonna die. So, or we're gonna die. But we just live in a world where shame, at this point, is not even a thing anymore. It's not even a thing anymore. It's something really that's passe, and now it's like a reverse shame. It's like, why are you shaming this person? Or do you make all perfect? Do you make all the right decisions? Why? So now it's become that reverse decision that people think that shaming somebody is shameful instead of the truth of them doing something shameful in the first place.
Facts.
If that makes sense, right? Somebody did something shameful, but we're bugging for pointing it out. No, you should let them live their life, or you should let him do him, or you should let them make that mistake. What happened to the shame? Got to make better decisions. All right, moving on to our next hot topic.